I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at sorry@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed, and Charles shall lead them.
So buy our merch. Okay, Pantera-Yesterday don't mean shit. This is the daughter's hype song going to softball.
What?
Little Hell has been calls her LOL. That's cute. This is her hype song for softball. Okay.
That's so legit.
Yeah.
What a family. What a cool family.
I know, right?
That is such an awesome family.
Guys, don't forget we have Rumble and more stuff is going up. If you are a patron, there's a poll up for some additional content from yours truly. Vinny's going to be in the Discord more often, and I set up a poll to see what sort of content you would want.
I was perusing. Was it? That's what you used to say. That's what you used to say. Hal used to say perusing.
Okay, it sounded
perusing.
like an old white man's word. That's why I was surprised to hear you say it. I was like, wait, what?
Shout out to all old white people. Yeah. All right.
Out to all the white
So
people.
what was I perusing? What was I? I forgot what I said.
Discord.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Discord. I had a 45-minute long conversation on Discord yesterday.
You had a what? A 4-hour discussion?
45-minute long.
Oh, really?
Yesterday don't mean softball. Let's do it. Oh my god. Knock the ball.
Special about it. It's the
the darkness. But darkness is a friend to you. Embrace it for the madness. Life has God in wars and conflict. Oppression in you, oppression in you. Allowing your mind is paranoia. Oppression in you, the oppressor's in you. What's over is over, and nothing between. Yesterday don't mean shit, because tomorrow's a day you have to face. Oh, rewinding time. Yesterday don't mean shit. Yesterday don't mean shit. Yesterday don't mean jack shit, You protect you and I can't do myself. It can only be that way, yeah.
Whoa.
You protect you and I'll keep to myself. It can only be that way. Man. Oh, there's so many things I could say.
Yeah. Okay.
Randy said, this is why I have a dime tattoo.
I mean,
if you know Randy, like I know Randy, it would take a lot for that man to put another man's name on his body. Okay? If you know my boy Randy the way I know my boy Randy, that is the ultimate respect. Can I just stop for a second here and give a shout out to all of the lady metalheads? I am very, very impressed with the fact that Shorty, this is her hype song for baseball.
Yeah. I was like, okay, all right, Fernando, you need to send us a clip of one of her.
I cannot tell you the respect level. This is exactly how you're supposed to use heavy metal, young lady. This is the most gangster family in on the internet. I wish I could have that picture. Show that picture again. With it was them and it was the brother and the sister, and the brother was kind of like on some gang shit, like, you know, like they're a badass family, man. Yep. I love that family.
I mean, how can you not be when that's your doorbell, you know?
But yeah, it's crazy to me, like there's a lot of songs you can listen to as a hype song.
Yeah.
But look at the lyrics of this song. That's the thing about metal, man. Like, it's all fun and games and, you know, we're smashing shit and blah, 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 blah. But there's some real biblical, like this one right here.
Oh, 100%.
Yesterday don't mean shit. You know, that's what Jesus said about, you know, like, don't worry about tomorrow because tomorrow has enough trouble for itself.
Yep.
Or Paul talking about, you know, putting behind what's done and looking forward to what's coming. Like,
forgot about that one.
Yeah. And that was in the context of him doing something good, and he's like, "Yep, that's good." And now I'm going on to the next thing. Like, that's a powerful philosophy to have, man, because it makes it so that you don't get stuck in, you know, these loops. You know, when he talks about no rewinding time, do me a favor and take care of that.
Yep, I got it.
Okay. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, I really, really, really appreciate the fact that at this young age, they already understand how to use music.
Yep, exactly.
Like a lot of people, and it's not disrespect to anybody, but I think what I'm about to say about Shorty, and I forgot your name. What I'm about to say about Shorty is pretty much true of like everybody in our community for the most part. And and I hate to make it sound like this because I'm sure it's true in other contexts, okay? But metalheads, in my view in particularly, use the music. We use the music. Like, metalheads are so approximate to their own emotions that they say, okay, I'm going to listen to this because it's hard and heavy. I'm going to listen to this because I want to cry. When Shorty's thinking about all the butterflies in your stomach and all the rest, because I know what it's like to go, even I used to get nervous in practice. So, like, to be able to have a song, Abigail, shout out to freaking Abigail, I swear to God, I want to get her a shirt. But, like, when you're nervous or whatever before a game or whatever, I remember the first day I was on shortstop. They moved me from first to shortstop, which is basically a very big promotion. They're basically saying you're the best infielder in the what position do you play, Abigail? I was really, really scared. And if I would have had some metal in there, it'd have been cool. Because the big thing about sports is that you have to, yesterday don't mean shit. Like, whatever you did, and that's good and bad. So, like, if I had 3 errors the day before, it's like, hey, it's a new game. Yesterday don't mean shit.
And you know what? Tom Brady said the same thing. He said, like, it doesn't matter what you accomplished yesterday. Like, all of that is over. Whether it was you did great or you didn't do great. Like, all of it is over yesterday. Today's a new day, and you have to, whatever. That was in that documentary. Yep. I think... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think that it's interesting, like, when I was listening to this song, because I did think that, like, I also felt like there was biblical principles in there that that actually I've put into practice over the last year, at different points, because I've told you guys before, I wanted to live my life with no regrets. So then when I found that I had regrets, I just kept, like, throwing it off and trying not to think about it. And I'm actually really good at compartmentalizing something and, like,
you're a badass.
Completely. It's like when it's gone, it's friggin' gone. And, like, sometimes I'm even surprised at how far gone a memory can actually be, or an event can actually be from my own mind. But then I realized Vin always would be talking about, like, grace and the cross and stuff like that. And I had a concept and an understanding of it, but to apply it actually to real life, I wasn't able to do that. But I eventually hit a point where I had no choice, and I had to, like, face certain things about myself, because I realized that the more that I was not facing it, the more I was hurting people around me. So I was like, okay, so that means I just have to face these certain aspects of myself. And the only way that I was able to face those was I would, like, see it, and, like, I would be, like, so full of regret and, like, the just pain that you feel or whatever. And then I'd remember, okay, but that's why there's a cross. And Jesus said that he loved me before I loved him. And he already died before I was even born. And so that means everything that I've ever done, in the Psalm 139 is, like, my jam right now. And it says, like, my thoughts while they're afar off. And, like, he knows what I'm going to say before I even say it. And every single point in my life was written out by him before it even happened. So applying that, like, when he was saying, like, yesterday don't mean shit, because tomorrow's the day you have to face. They'll tell you about all the guilt, and in time you'll face the darkness, but darkness is a friend to you. Embrace and fly through the madness. I think that the only way that you can do that in a healthy way is to know is by the cross. And so that's been, like, huge for me, because I'm like, okay, like, yeah, you've been this shitty person, you did X, Y, and Z thing, whatever, but Jesus died on the cross for that sin, and so in that aspect, it's good. But you still have to face that in regular life. We had a friend that was an addict, and I was new to the concept of addiction in that way, like drug use addiction that will ruin your family life. And this guy would be in and out of the lives of his kids, and he was telling me, like, how horrible it was, because he wanted to be in the life of his daughter, because he was trying to, like, straighten out his life. And so he told me, like, how he wanted to be in his daughter's life, and he was, like, basically saying that his ex wasn't letting him come around. And I was like, because I knew him and I didn't know his ex, I was just sympathizing with him in the moment that he was saying it. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's so sad. Like, this guy wants to be around his kid. And I wasn't looking at the full picture of how troubling that was for the kid to have him just in and out. And so when Vinny pointed that out to me in the situation, to be like, this is what's happening as a result. So that guy, he needed to face, like, what he had done. Like, let's say, I mean, he ended up going back into it. I'm not sure where he's at now, but if you're the type of person that has done things that has hurt the people around you, even if you have the forgiveness of God, because, you know, that's taken care of, you still have the regular consequences of life, the regular things about life that is going to play out. And so when he's talking about, like, they'll tell you about all the guilt, in time you'll face the darkness, to me, I'm like, the guilt can get taken care of because of the cross, but you still have to walk out what you've done in your relationships. And he had to, you know, like, I don't, you know, that was just part of what he had to face. But when he says, but darkness is a friend to embrace and fly through the madness, flying past God in wars and conflict, oppression in you, plowing through minds and paranoia, oppression in you, the oppressors in you. That whole sequence was a little bit troubling to me, because I do think that there's a way of, like, when you're facing your shit, to not, where the darkness can kind of, like, be an oppression to you. And, like, he talked about the paranoia and all that stuff. So I love the idea of, like, yesterday doesn't mean shit, and, like, you can get over those things and stuff. But I do think that there's a healthy way and an unhealthy way of, like, kind of traversing through that.
Yeah, but, like
that guy wasn't facing it, you know what I'm saying?
Imagine being that kid and seeing it clearly, but adults around you were dumb and shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying about, like, this particular family is one of the most impressive things to me on the internet. And I'm on the internet for a living. But this family, the way they are, the way they stay together, the way they stick together and they cheer for each other, like, this family is like the prototypical family, like, in the world. What I say to you, Abigail, is that, like, if you can master that principle that we heard in this song in your sports, I guarantee you, if you get that down, you're going to kill shit in life. Mm-hmm. You're going to kill it in life. The people who can, you're going to make an error, you're going to miss a pop fly, you're going to do something to fuck it up, you're going to strike out, bases loaded, you're going to hit into a 6-4-3, blah, blah, blah. And you're also going to be the reason people win, too. Mm-hmm. So that's why I'm such a big, like, I'm very happy that I did sports when I was younger. The lessons that you learn. Remember, sports was originally invented as an alternative to war. So that means that sport is designed to prepare you for the most austere circumstance in life.
Yeah.
So if you can master that, and if you can master the mental game, and if you can master the emotional game, when you hit high school, you start feeling all weird and shit about whatever, you can use that strength that you called on in baseball. You can use that strength to get out of whatever situation that you're in. So I'm very, very, very... First of all, I'm not your dad, okay? I'm just an older big bro, but I'm proud that this is your fucking song, man.
Yeah,
Excuse my French.
Yeah. I really want to,
like, I'm not mad at Britney Spears. Like, I'm not mad. There's so many alternatives. Let's go out here and say, yeah, yesterday. Shit.
If you would have seen the songs that inspired me when I was a teenager, you know, I'm just gonna say you're gonna go further in life.
I was listening to Mo Murder. Don't find that song. But shout out to her. But honestly though, like, there's a lot, especially as a woman, like, there's a lot of being successful in the world is the mental game. Mm-hmm. Especially as a young woman, it's the mental game. And you got...
Yeah.
I know you're going to kill shit because you just got way too much support. You got too much love. And you yourself, God just made you some sort of freakishly amazing individual. Okay. I'm going to give this one... I don't know.
This is a 9.8. I love this one.
I love this one. I like the lyrics, bro. Yeah, you can't rewind time, man. You can't rewind time. You know what I'm saying? So, it's one of my buddies, well, not a buddy of mine yet, but Bernardo Castro talked about it. He said, what is the past? And you say, well, the past are the things that happened, you know, before now. And he says, like, what is that? Does it actually exist? And we go, well, no, the past doesn't exist. Like, what? And he goes, okay, well, what's the future? And he's like, well, the future is what will happen tomorrow. He's like, well, does that exist? When you go, well, no. And then you're like, well, the only thing that exists is a present. And he goes, yeah, but what is the present? The minute you hold on to the present, it becomes the past. Mm-hmm. I said, yeah, that's true. But then you just told me the past doesn't exist. So the smart thing to do is to say, you know what? I missed the pop fly or whatever. I'm just going to go and get the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can do. Because everything else, none of this shit is actually what it appears to be. What did you give it?
I gave it a 9.8.
I'm going to give it a 9.8.
I really liked it.
9.8. And shout out to Abigail. Shout out to you, Abigail. All right, dear listener, we got one more song for you.
Orbit Culture.
I don't know if you've heard of them. There's a band called All Orbit Culture. That song, I listened to a song from them like 2 or 3 years ago on the channel, and it was like the rest of the year.
Oh,
I was
really?
listening to that shit. Yeah, Orbit Culture.
Well,
Orbit
let's
Culture
see.
on the
This
other
one's
side of the
called
brick.
From the Inside.
From the inside, loses it out.
Sorry, out.
Don't. Timestamp.